Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me, Said Education Wala, the student of Rehan College, and today I am here with a new topic, and that is how to practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. I think it is a main topic. It is a great topic. It is an important topic. So I'm want to discuss this topic with Maya, and let's go towards Maya and ask questions. A lot of questions from Maya. So hello Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great. And I have to say, self compassion is such a beautiful topic to dive
Okay,
into.
so
I'm ready when you.
Maya, I would like to discuss how to practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. Are you ready for the topic? Are you ready for the discussion?
I am absolutely ready.
Okay,
It's a
so
topic that hits home.
first of all, what is self-compassion? Please explain to the viewers.
At its simplest, self compassion is treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you'd give to a dear friend. Instead of being your own harshest critic when things go wrong, it's about acknowledging that suffering and making mistakes is just part of being human. It's that internal shift from, why did I do this, to, this is really hard right now, and that's okay.
Okay, so the next question that I'm going to ask from you is why is self-compassion is important?
Because we're often way meaner to ourselves than we would ever be to anyone else. When you're constantly beating yourself up, it actually drains the energy you need to fix the problem or grow from the mistake. Self compassion acts like a safety net. It gives you the emotional stability to face your failures without spiraling, which ironically makes you more resilient and more likely to actually succeed next time.
Okay, so the next question, because in the main topic there is two terminologies used. The one is self-compassion and the other is forgive yourself. So what does it mean to forgive yourself?
Forgiving yourself is the act of letting go of the guilt, shame, or resentment you carry for a past version of yourself. It's not about pretending the mistake didn't happen or ignoring the consequences. It's about deciding that you've suffered enough for it. It's the realization that you did the best you could with the tools, knowledge, and emotional state you had at the time, and that you don't have to be defined by that one moment forever.
This is the main problem, and you are right.
I'll
So
take that
why
as a compliment.
do okay, so my the next question that I'm going to ask from you is that why do many people find it difficult to forgive themselves?
Usually, it's because we have this mistaken belief that being hard on ourselves is the only way to make sure we don't repeat the mistake. We confuse guilt with accountability. There's this fear that if we forgive ourselves, we're basically saying the mistake was okay or that we're letting ourselves off the hook. Plus, for a lot of people, the internal critic is a voice they've heard for years, maybe from a parent or a teacher, so that harsh inner dialogue just feels like the correct way to handle failure.
Okay, so is making mistakes a normal part of life?
Absolutely. Making mistakes is the most universal human experience there is. It's not just a prototype, it's actually how we learn. If we never messed up, we never have to figure out how to pivot, improve, or grow. The struggle isn't the mistake itself, but the story we tell ourselves about what that mistake means about who we are.
Okay, Maya. So the next question that I'm going to ask from you is: does forgiving yourself mean avoiding responsibility?
Not at all.
Mm,
In fact, it's the opposite. Responsibility is about looking at the mistake and saying, I did this, and I want to make it right. Forgiveness is about saying, I am not a bad person because I did this. When you're paralyzed by shame or guilt, you're actually focusing on yourself and your feelings of failure. But when you forgive yourself, you clear away that emotional noise, which actually makes it easier to take real, honest responsibility. and focus on how to fix the situation or help others.
Okay, so how can self-compassion improve mental health?
It basically stops the downward spiral. When you're self compassionate, you lower your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, because you're not treating every mistake like a life or death crisis. It reduces anxiety and depression because you aren't trapped in a loop of negative self talk. Instead of feeling isolated in your failure, you realize that everyone struggles, which makes you feel more connected to other people and way less alone in your head.
Yeah.
It's a huge shift in perspective.
So my the next question that I'm going to ask from you is, what are some signs that someone is too hard or them on themselves?
One of the biggest signs is that all or nothing thinking. Like if they make one tiny mistake on a project, they don't just think the project is flawed, they think they're a total failure as a person. You'll also notice a lot of should statements, like I should have known better or I should be further along by now. Then there's the thing where they can be incredibly supportive and kind to everyone else, but the second the focus shifts to themselves, the tone becomes harsh and critical. It's almost like they have a different set of rules for the rest of the world than they do for themselves.
Yeah, there is a point. So the next question: how can we replace negative self-talk with positive thoughts?
It starts with catching the thought in the act. The second you hear that critical voice, try to pause and ask, would I ever say this to someone I actually care about? Usually the answer is a hard no. From there, you reframe it. Instead of, I'm so stupid for forgetting that, you shift to, I'm I'm really overwhelmed right now, and it's okay that I missed something. It's not about lying to yourself and pretending everything is perfect, but about being honest and kind about where you are.
Alright. So the next question that I'm going to ask from you: can writing in a journal help us forgive
I'm guessing,
ourselves?
oh, absolutely. When you get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper, they stop feeling like an absolute truth and start looking like just thoughts. It lets you look at your mistakes from a distance, almost like you're reading about someone else, which makes it way easier to be objective and kind. Plus, it creates a record of how you've grown. So you can look back and see that the things you were beating yourself up for a year ago aren't even a big deal now.
Okay, so how important is accepting our imperfections?
It's everything because the alternative is spending your entire life chasing a version of yourself that doesn't actually exist. When you accept that you're imperfect, you stop fighting a war against your own nature. It's incredibly liberating because once you stop trying to be flawless, you can actually start being authentic. You stop performing and start living, which is where the real growth happens.
All right, so my the last two questions that I'm going to ask from you, and the one is that how can someone start practicing self-compassion today?
The best way to start is with a tiny, immediate shift in how you talk to yourself. Next time you mess up, even something small like dropping a pen or forgetting a name, instead of that automatic, oh, I'm so clumsy or I'm so forgetful, just stop and say, it's okay. I'm having a human moment. It sounds simple, but doing that repeatedly trains your brain to stop viewing mistakes as character flaws. You can also try the friend test whenever you're being hard on yourself. Imagine your best friend is in your exact shoes and say to yourself whatever you would say to them. Just that one small habit can start changing the whole internal weather.
Okay, so my the last question, the final question after that we will go to the end. The question is that what is the most important lesson about self-compassion and forgiving yourself?
The most important lesson is that you cannot heal in an environment of judgment.
Mm,
If you're constantly attacking yourself for your mistakes, you're creating a state of stress and shame
mm,
that actually makes it harder to change.
mm.
The real breakthrough happens when you realize that kindness isn't a reward for getting everything right. It's the fuel you need to keep going when you get things wrong. Being your own ally instead of your own enemy is the only way to truly move forward.
Yeah, this is a so
And on that note,
thank
you're
you
very
for
welcome.
this thoughtful discussion, and thank you for your insightful conversation with me. Thank you so much, Maya. And I'm also thankful to the viewers who sees the videos. And at last, I have one request, and that is, please like the video, share the video, and must share your opinion in the comment section. And if God willing, we will meet again in the next video with a new topic. Thank you so much, all of you.